Then the larger axis for the prolapse of the nucleus. The hypermature cataract, you can see this is the Blumenthal technique that I am doing, and you will see the hypermature cataract here. After the cautery, see the cautery is done, and this after proper cautery, I am taking the incision. Now, as this is the hypermature cataract, in the hypermature cataract, what is important is the nucleus is harder. So there is no moldability in the nucleus. And because of that, with removal of the hydro expression in such cases may be difficult. So those who are, you can say, the early learner, so if they are learning the Blumenthal, I will advise that they should use visco whenever they are removing such type of hypermature or hard cataract where the leak of the fluid is possible from the side, as it is a non-moldable cataract and cortex is fluid. Now here you will see that whenever I am opening, there is a dimple made in, and once that dimple is made in, then I open inside and go inside. See here, then I am going inside, and once I go, while going in you cut. See, so that the internal opening is parallel to the limbus. Now here, now I am doing the technique. It is called as envelope technique. So this is a hypermature cataract. You have seen the fluid is coming out, and as AC maintenance is on, the fluid goes out. By the needle only, I have just lifted the nucleus, and after that you will see the nucleus has came in the anterior chamber, and then the express this nucleus from the anterior chamber. I am using the glide. See, this is the glide. Always remember, whenever you are inserting the glide, that should go up to the area where the iris is there. If it goes beyond the iris, then it may tear the PC. Now here I am putting the IOL, you will see, and you can see the flap of the anterior capsule here. So now here you have seen the calcifications also, and in such cases the rhexis is difficult. Now I have cut with the scissor, and then by the forceps, you can see here I am just completing the rhexis, and the rhexis is completed. So in such cases, it is better to do such type of envelope technique. The challenge is in hard cataract. If you go for doing the phacoemulsification, capsule is not seen. Then there are no glow or weak zonules are there. More in phaco, you can get more endothelial damage, and the risk of PC tear is there, and the trenching is difficult if you go for the phaco. Then the SICS in black cataract. So all these risks are not there in the black cataract. See here, now I'm doing the black cataract. See again, now here I want to see this demonstrative properly, the size of the external tunnel and internal tunnel. See, here again you will see the size slightly larger, that is not in 5.5 but slightly larger than 5.5, and you can see the lens is very black. And whenever now the dissecting, here is the success of such type of nucleus what you are going to deliver. See here, now what I am doing is, see the in the same plane whenever you are dissecting, and then by this whenever I am going in, I am cutting, I am going in, I am cutting, I am going in, I am cutting. So once I finished it, then I will do the hado dissection here. Can you see this? And the lens is brought by the needle in the anterior chamber. So it is a very, very hard cataract, and in such cases, if you are doing phaco, the chances of endothelial damage are more. Now see, just by the small pressure, the nucleus has came out. And if you see this nucleus, so it took near about only, I think, maybe 4 to 5 seconds to come out. But if you are doing with phaco, then it is in the phaco, it takes so much of the time. So in such cases, it is always better to go for the SICs. Now managing strategies here, what we have done is adequate incision, because the moldability is not there. You can use visco or EC maintainer to prevent the endothelial damage. Larger rhexis. Always remember, rhexis here should be more than 5.5 millimeter for the nucleus prolapse. Otherwise, what happens? It may come with the capsule. Now the posterior synechia, small pupil, pigmented capsule, compromised cornea, these are also the patients, such type of patient comes to you. Now see, this is the dramatic cataract that I am doing. You can see the posterior synechia, fibrosis of the lens, and the synechia are lens, this iris is attached to that fibrous area. So now that fibrous capsule I have removed, separated, and then I'm extending the incision. Now once this incision is extended, see this flap is removed, lens is just brought in the anterior chamber, and after bringing this lens, see here, lens is brought in the anterior, it is a soft cataract, and then by this, just by pressing the lower lid, the lens is removed. Then the cataract, this cortex will be aspirated. Here you see the just aspirated. This is the cortex aspiration. You can see this. Here also the polyester, and you can see this as the PC. I know there was a trauma, and because of the trauma, PC was here. And here I'm putting the lens in the partially tiered capsule. The second is the what we did here. The synecholysis, needle or visco, preoperative steroids is important, and intraoperative mydriasis is important. Even you can go for the subconjunctival injection, and anterior vitrectomy should be standby because you don't know is there any tear in the posterior or not. Now see, this is the aniridia, another case. Now assist here the associated limbal stem cell deficiency is there. Then the glaucoma, or you can say the zonules may be weak. So in this, what we can do now, see, this is the cataract with the aniridia that I am doing. See, so it is a full moon cataract extension. I am doing the extension in this, and once I am extending, then the dye assisted rexis, because here I am going to implant an iridia lens. So you can see I am doing the rexis by the needle here, and see, and once this, again you will see the fluid is coming. And the advantage of AC maintainer is that whenever fluid is coming, that can be aspirated. Now here again you will see I am doing the rexis, but as you know the capsule is fibrous. I am using the forceps, and by using the forceps I have completed the rexis, and then by rotation I am bringing in the lens in the anterior chamber. So after doing the rexis, lens is brought in the anterior chamber, and then by the glide, this lens is removed. See here, and then the lens, aniridia lens is implanted, and then the hydration and everything is done. And you can see now in the SICS also aniridia lens can be implanted. Now for the conclusion, the technique of surgery is important to tackle any difficult situations. SICS is super combination of low learning curve and the high score of the customization. SICS is the base of all the intraocular surgery for any ophthalmologist. Thank you very much.